Hey guys, this is Angel362 and this is my guide to surviving your first con. Okay, so I'm assuming you know which con you're going to. My first con this year is going to be LAGC on the 8th and 9th of February. If you're going to be there yourselves, come over and say hi. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to book your tickets early. Most cons, when you book your tickets early, they're cheaper. If you can book your accommodation through the con organisers, then do so. LAGC, you will be staying in hostels if you've booked early enough. They're not as bad as they sound, although the beds are dreadful. They really hurt, but it's all part of the fun. Staying there though, they book out the whole hostel and you're staying with a load of other con goers. So it's like one big sleepover. It's great fun. If you're cosplaying, make sure you've got it all ready early. If you're making it, make it early. If you're buying it, buy it early. A lot of cosplay shops actually get everything from China, so they're going to be ordered from China to them and then come to you, so they take ages. Styling wigs, make sure you research it. I've actually never really styled my wigs. I'm trying now, which I can show you. Hold on. So I'm styling this one, which is falling off. As you can see, or you may be able to see, there are those there, little loopy things. Can you guess which one this is? So yeah, so I will actually try that on before I go, and I will make sure that it hangs how I want it to hang. I will practice the makeup before I go if it's any different from what I've already worn before. I'm thinking at one con of doing my Zelda outfit but in Possessed Zelda, so I'm going to need to get a load of white face paint and a nice black eyeliner to do the lines, so I would actually practice that a couple of times before coming out. If you're going to take some money with you, it is advisable. You can do it on a budget. I have been to London Anime Con with 75 quid to spend and I have lived the weekend with just that. You don't have to buy everything you see. It's really tempting. Really tempting, but you don't have to. Just make sure that you eat and drink. It's really important. I cannot stress how important it is. By all means, go and get pissed. It's part of the fun, unless you're teetotal, in which case get pissed on air like I generally do. I'm not completely teetotal, but I am the biggest lightweight ever, so I will just start giggling. So, but do make sure you save enough money for your food and drink. Make sure you take a camera. You will take lots of pictures. You've never seen anything like it before. I personally take my laptop with me so that on the Sunday morning I can put a load of pictures on that if I've taken too many the day before. Generally it's when I've videoed stuff, if I've videoed a panel or something to watch later, that sort of thing. Make sure you take toiletries. We don't want to smell you. There are showers. They're not communal. They do have doors. They can't see you when you get in the showers, so you can have a shower. It's not a music festival. We don't have to smell you. Okay, download the schedule. Most cons will have a schedule of what's going on, when and where. This year at LAGC we've got Colin Clickenbeard, an English voice actor from the States. I'm quite excited. I do watch my animes in English, I should say. Assuming that the dubbing is done properly. You do get good and bad actors in all languages. I have actually seen one or two anime where the English dub is actually better than the Japanese. I personally like to watch it in English because generally I need to put glasses on to read the subtitles. So if I'm curled up in bed watching an anime, it's uncomfortable. But I won't watch it in English if the dubbing is really bad, because it really annoys me. Or if there isn't any English dub. So yeah, when you're getting to the con, make sure you know where you're going. If you haven't used the London tube lines before, they're quite scary, a little bit complicated. Don't be afraid to ask one of the stewards around. They're quite nice, they're quite friendly, they're usually quite helpful. They will tell you which direction you need to be going, because you can usually find the right line and then not know which platform to get on if you're rushing and panicking because you have no idea what's going on. Anime League will email you with a number to call should you get lost. Do write that down, it is quite useful. They will send someone out to find you if necessary. The other thing Anime League do like to do is they like to have little meets at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon on the Friday before. They will say meet us at a more generic station at 2 o'clock and we'll sort of tootle you on to the hostels from there. They will also require ID. If you don't have any photographic ID, I think they do accept a bank card with your name. I prefer photo ID mainly because I've worked in law, and the photo ID, obviously you can pick up anybody's bank card. But yeah, so I have a driver's license. I have a car at the moment. It's kind of dying, but I have a driver's license. So yeah. If you don't have ID, as I say, don't panic. When you get there, if you're not staying at the hostels, you're staying at a hotel, I do recommend finding the venue the night before, if you are there the night before, so that you avoid any panic. Again, getting there, you're going to want to go by the train or bus. Driving to London sucks. It's quite scary if you haven't done it before. There's lots of extra lanes in the motorways, and it's not very nice. I personally go by train, because I get car sick and I don't like getting stuck in traffic. Every time I've gone by bus to London, we've always been delayed by about 2 hours by traffic, and I've got car sick. So I will book through Megabus/train, through my local railway line providers, South West, First Great Western, or thetrainline.com. Generally, the closer to the con you book, do expect to pay more for the tickets. You can book 3 months in advance normally, but I really wouldn't wait right up until, unless you're living really close, because if you're like me and you're down in Devon, it can get up to something like 200 quid a ticket, and it does get very pricey. So yeah, once you get to the con, do take as many pictures as you like. We want you to be having a good time. We want you to remember it, because then you might come again, especially if you have had a good time. Come up to the cosplayers, talk to us. We will talk to you. We will let you look at our cosplays. We will let you have pictures. We will answer questions about how we've made our cosplays. Any advice you want that we can give. We are not complete know-it-alls. We don't know everything, but we will try and advise you when you ask us a question. We are generally nice people. If you see me at a con, then come over and chat. I love a good chinwag. Come over and chat. 2 things though, be really careful around the cosplays. They're generally quite delicate. One of mine took me 6 months to make and 30 seconds to break. I was not impressed. The other thing, cosplay is not an excuse to be a pervert. If I am in my Rosette or my Blair outfit, which can be a little bit revealing and so on, I'm not automatically a slut. It's not an invitation to get in my knickers. I just happen to like that character or the character's outfit. It doesn't mean I'm gonna lay down and open my legs for you, darlings. This is an 18+ one. So yeah, no excuse to be creepy. Which brings me to my next point. Don't be afraid to approach the staff if necessary. They are there to make sure you have a good time. Most of them are volunteers, and they're doing this for the love of it. They've gone along to these cons, they've had a great time themselves, and they want to actually help you have a good time by staffing. I know a lot of the staff on the Anime League cons now, and they're all lovely. Some of them can get a bit stressed, which is always entertaining, for me anyway. But to be quite honest, it's a big thing to organise. It's a lot of people to organise for the masquerades and so on. If you're going to enter things like that, by the way, make sure you know when and where you've got to be. it's really annoying for the staff if you've entered it on the forum and then you don't show up, because they don't want you to miss out, so they kind of wait. And if you do show up late, then they may well just get grumpy and say you're late, you can't go in, whatever. I do recommend, whatever you are doing, try to, if you are entering anything, try to show up like half an hour early and just find out when you're supposed to be meeting whoever's organising it. Especially if you're doing the masquerade, they're offering £100 prize this time, so there's likely to be a lot of people there. Now, I think at LAC they've started doing it where it's just you walk on stage and it's sort of based on how you look, how you act. But at Alcon in Leicester, you actually go backstage and you get judged by proper cosplayers, like professional ones, and so on. I get really nervous at the Alcon one because I never know what to say. I'm better when I'm in a group, which probably seems really stupid because I'm doing this, but I can't see you guys, so it's fine. But yeah, just turn up like half an hour early, just to be sure that you're in the right place at the right time. And finally, just have fun. Make sure you get any contact details of any friends you make, because you will make friends. You'll make loads of friends. Make sure you go and talk to people. Don't sit in a corner going, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Oh my God, oh my God. Go and talk to people. We're there to make friends too. I live down in Devon, as I said, and I have one friend locally who is as anime obsessed as me. She's more of a gamer than an anime geek, but we love each other. She's my best friend. She actually met her current boyfriend at a con, our first con, 2 years ago, and they are still together, really happy. That's not necessarily the norm, so don't expect to go and find your one true love at your first con, but it's possible. So yeah, so go along, have fun, have a blast, and if you see me at LAGC, I'm going to be Blair on Saturday and Zelda on Sunday. Come and say hi. I'm quite happy to pose for a picture if you want me to. Quite happy to take a picture of you if you really want me to. So yeah, see you guys. Have a great time.